You're sitting in the dirt, picking insects out of another person's hair. You've been doing this for over an hour, not because they're especially dirty, but because stopping would be dangerous. This isn't hygiene, it's politics. Every stroke of your fingers says, I am loyal to you, I am safe, I belong here. Now, fast forward 100,000 years, and you're doing the exact same thing in a bathroom mirror. So why can't the smartest species on Earth stop fussing with its own face? Grooming is old, far older than humans, older even than primates. Fish clean parasites off each other on coral reefs. Birds preen their mates' feathers for hours. Even rats will groom a stressed cage mate to calm it down. The behavior is so ancient it might predate limbs, but somewhere along the primate line, grooming changed its job description. It stopped being just about removing ticks. It became a social currency. Robin Dunbar, the anthropologist, noticed something remarkable about primate groups. The larger the group, the more time its members spent grooming each other. Not because bigger groups had more parasites, because bigger groups had more alliances to maintain, more rivals to appease, more trust to build before someone decided to share food with you instead of attacking you. Grooming was the handshake before handshakes existed. And just like a handshake, refusing one sent a very clear message. In some primate groups, withholding grooming is a form of punishment. The cold shoulder delivered literally through cold, untouched shoulders. Today, you glance in the mirror before a job interview and fix a single stray hair. That impulse didn't come from nowhere. It was carved into your nervous system by a million years of social survival. Early humans lived in bands of maybe 50 to 150 people. Every single one of those people could decide whether you ate or starved, whether you mated or died alone. Your appearance wasn't vanity, or it was a resume. The earliest evidence of humans using pigment on their skin dates back over 100,000 years. Long before we painted on cave walls, we painted on ourselves. Ochre mixed with animal fat, the world's first foundation. We decorated our bodies before we decorated our homes. Think about how strange that priority is from a modern lens. Shelter keeps you alive, but appearance keeps you connected. And connection, for a social primate, is survival. Why would starving people waste calories on something so seemingly pointless? Because it wasn't pointless at all. Here's what's actually happening in your brain when you groom. When a primate grooms another, both brains release endorphins, not a little trickle, a genuine flood of opioid-like chemicals, the same chemicals that make painkillers work. Grooming literally feels like a drug, and that's not a coincidence. Evolution designed it that way on purpose. The pleasure ensures you keep doing it. Keep maintaining those alliances. Keep broadcasting that you belong. This is why a trip to the hairdresser feels so disproportionately good. Someone touching your head activates circuits that haven't changed in 30 million years. Your cortex knows it's a haircut. Your limbic system thinks it's receiving an alliance pledge. But the mechanism goes deeper than bonding chemistry. Your brain has specialized circuits just for evaluating faces. The fusiform face area processes a human face in under 200 milliseconds, faster than you can blink. And within that fraction of a second, your brain has already decided several things. Is this person healthy? Are they a threat? Are they high status or low status? Do they look like someone who takes care of themselves? Or someone falling apart? These judgments aren't optional. You can't turn them off. They fire before your conscious mind even registers that you've seen a face. Grooming hacks this entire evaluation. It lets you edit your own billboard before anyone reads it. Symmetry, for example, is one of the oldest beauty signals in biology. Symmetrical features suggest good genes and low parasite load. Makeup, it turns out, amplifies facial symmetry by an average of 12%. Wait, seriously? Yes, cosmetics don't just cover flaws. They restructure how your face is geometrically perceived. Foundation evens out skin tone, which signals health to the ancient scanner in everyone's head. Lipstick increases the contrast between lip color and skin color, mimicking the flush of youth and fertility. Even eyeliner has a function the wearer rarely thinks about. It exaggerates the limbal ring, the dark circle around the iris that fades with age. Darker limbal rings are unconsciously associated with youth and vitality. So, a $2 pencil tricks a 2 million-year-old evaluation system. Beards serve a parallel function for men, but in the opposite direction. They exaggerate jaw size, which is linked to testosterone and perceived dominance. A beard doesn't make you stronger, like it makes other people's brains think you are. Interestingly, research shows beards increase perceived age by about 4 years. Older reads as more experienced reads as more dangerous to challenge. So here's where it gets strange. The system was built for a world of 150 faces. You now live in a world of millions. Your ancient grooming instinct doesn't know the difference. It still thinks every set of eyes is a potential ally or rival who might eat you or feed you. So you prepare for all of them. The average person spends nearly 11 full days per year grooming. Think about that. 11 days, doing nothing but adjusting your biological advertisement. Over a lifetime, that's roughly 2 full years standing in front of a mirror. 2 years of rehearsal for a performance no one consciously asked for. The global beauty industry is worth over $500 billion. $500 billion spent annually on hacking a Stone Age face scanner. And the paradox deepens when you consider social media. For the first time in our evolutionary history, your face is being judged by thousands of strangers simultaneously, not 50 people at the campfire, 50,000 in an endless scroll. Your grooming instinct was never designed for this kind of audience, so it panics. You spend 45 minutes getting ready to leave the house. You take 14 selfies to get one acceptable photo. You feel a quiet dread when your skin breaks out before a social event. That dread is wildly out of proportion to the actual threat. No one is going to exile you from the tribe for a pimple, but your hypothalamus doesn't know that. It's running ancient code in a modern world, and it can't be patched. Video calls made it worse. For the first time, you're forced to stare at your own face while someone else evaluates it. That never happened around a campfire. You never had to watch yourself being watched. Men who obsess over beard shape are sculpting perceived dominance for a boardroom, not a savanna. Women who contour their cheekbones are manipulating shadow to mimic the bone structure evolution rewards. Neither of them is doing it consciously for those reasons. That's the whole trick. The best evolutionary programs run without your permission. Here's the part nobody talks about. Grooming isn't really about other people. Not entirely. Studies show that people groom even when they know no one will see them. People in solitary confinement still try to keep themselves clean and presentable. Astronauts on the space station still shave. If grooming were only for other people, it would stop when the audience disappears, but it doesn't stop. Because grooming also regulates your internal sense of self. It's a ritual that tells your own brain, I am here, I am intact, I am still a person who functions. When someone stops grooming, we instinctively know something is wrong. Depression often presents first as neglected grooming, not because the person is lazy, because the internal self-maintenance signal has gone quiet. The ritual lost its meaning, so the ritual stopped. That tells you something profound about what grooming actually is. It's not vanity, it's not superficiality. It's one of the oldest conversations your body has with your brain. A quiet negotiation between who you are and who you need to appear to be. Every morning you stand in front of a mirror and perform a ritual that's older than fire. You don't think about why you do it, you just know that when you're done, you feel ready. Just ready for what exactly? For the same thing your ancestors were ready for 100,000 years ago, to be seen. Next time you check your reflection, notice you're not looking at yourself. You're rehearsing.